Hey guys, Colby here, and today finally I finished the fusion. I got the lizard. Man, Skull Var'Gall. Damn, I spent so many gems, and yeah guys, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Like I played with the character for about 1 or 2 hours, switching gear around. As you can see, I have like three how much defense, how are the stats for this champion so far? 3.5k, almost 100% crit, 136 critical damage, so it's quite good. 201 speed, so that means he's gonna be fast, he's gonna hit reasonably well for the amount of speed he has. He's got good accuracy, so he's gonna land his debuffs, and good defense. I mean, I could take this higher, but I would lose other stats, for example speed. Maybe I would lose some critical rate, critical damage, so I needed to get a good sense of how this character is. So guys, with this kind of stats, I'll just go in and show you what he does. So I also leveled up a Skullsworn. So I also have this one beefed up. Full Masteries on both. War Master on both. I didn't get Giant Slayer because, yeah, the chance to proc his skills is just 30%. So his A1 is just 30%. So I went War Master and Defense. Get that counter attack, and additionally I wanted to get Leech because has a 60% chance of placing a Leech when a True Fear is applied, so he has a chance to apply True Fear through his passive. So yeah, very rare that this happens, but it does happen. And also 50% chance of increasing turn meter when an ally is attacked with a critical hit. We'll only increase the turn meter once if an ally receives multiple critical hits. So the Skullsworn is going to get attacked because it's much weaker than my Skull Lord, and then he will gain some buffs from the defense tree. So Skullsworn and Skull Lord, they're supposed to be very good together. I think they need a buff. This combination of the two characters needs a buff. I think that Plarium should add something for both characters, and you'll see why. So let's go in, and I'll show you the places that I tried them. So first up, I said, okay, this one's a combo that should, in theory, be able to solo Nightmare Campaign. So the theory behind that is because this is a two-man team, you're gonna use the one to basically do the damage is gonna be the legendary, and the other one is gonna be the character that's gonna get sacrificed every single turn. And we don't care about that because of the passive of the legendary. He's gonna revive him every turn. When I have 201 speed, I'll go at least twice before the enemy, so there's no way for my legendary, for Skull Lord, to be focused. So let's go in and I'll show you what happens. So just think of the stats that I have on both characters. Those are good gear, but I didn't level everything to 16 on purpose, just to show you guys that I didn't have god tier gear on everyone. So I was supposed to use like gear that everyone would have. It's close, but okay. So we're in Nightmare Campaign right now. We already know that Nightmare Campaign can be cheesed, at least with Paragon, and using a good tanky character like Tarell or Razin, you can try and cheese campaign with that. I didn't even bother with that because it takes like 10 minutes per stage, and yeah, I just didn't bother with that. So as you can see guys, the theory is correct. My theory is correct. Skullsworn gets focused. We managed to kill one of them. It's gonna take a while now because look, we have two Sir Nicks in there and two Outlaw Monks. The Outlaw Monks I don't care, but the Sir Nicks, yeah, those are gonna be very annoying to kill because of their unkillable buff, block damage buff actually. So yeah, it's gonna take ages to kill them. See, Skullsworn keeps getting revived there. I don't care. We're fine. We have both on both characters we have lifesteal sets, so they're gonna regain their health. I don't care about Skullsworn's health. I care about the legendary Skull Lord's health. So look how much damage Skull Lord is doing with 100% crit, 136. He does 2000 damage on Sir Nick. I mean, it's gonna take 10 minutes per stage again, and I'm not sure if it's worth it. There's also some champions, I think on the second wave here, in the stage that I tried, that actually have a block revive skill. So this actually just basically destroys my thinking here, because if they use a block revive on my Skullsworn, I'm basically doomed. Other possible alternatives that I haven't tried, guys, is using a freeze set on Skullsworn. So the theory behind that is basically I'm gonna get attacked constantly on Skullsworn. I don't care. I'm gonna freeze the enemies, and on those frozen enemies, I'm just gonna keep doing damage, tons of damage, and they're gonna go down eventually. But but yeah, guys, look, my Skullsworn does a bit more damage because I have him more attack percentage focused. He's very much squishier than the others, than Skull-Lord. But yeah, see, the leash was applied there. Very nice, actually, the healing there from the leash. So it's almost 20% now. The healing, it's 18% actually. Through leech, the revive is on. Attack down, and yeah, the unkillable buff there on Cernig is just very annoying. And this is gonna go on. This is gonna go on forever. I'm gonna skip and take you guys to the next wave. So guys, we're in wave 2 here. Yeah, okay, my Skullsworn is reviving. It's fine until he gets block revived here. I'm not sure which one of the 4 does the block revive, but it's gonna be a pain when he gets it, and it's gonna basically destroy my run here. When is it gonna be? I think, is it that one? Yeah, there we go. Block revive. It basically destroyed my run. I cannot 3-star the wave right here with the block revive. It would have been very cool if you could not apply block revive on Skullsworn. Maybe that's the buff that we need. If we get that actually on the legendary, then it would actually give the extra edge of Skull-Lord being the champion that you use to clear Nightmare campaign. At least clear it. You're not gonna be able to farm it. It's gonna take ages, but at least you'll be able to clear it. So yeah, Skull-Lord might be able now to solo the waves because he's a defensive champion. He applies decreased attack. That's all good. You don't need much accuracy. If you've got the Great Hole, if you got him at level 60, he's gonna get about 70, I think, accuracy from his basic stats. Another 80 from the Great Hole. You get some accuracy here and there from your gear, and I think that's enough for you to reach at least 200 and apply your debuffs all the time. But look how much he struggles here, guys. Even the damage that he does like 5k per A1. The total damage per his A1. I don't know, man. I don't know, guys. I don't think he's worth it. He does not work for Nightmare campaign. He's not gonna be the one that helps you clear it and get that sacred shard in the end. Use something else. Use just use the Paragon strategy and possibly Razin, and you'll be able to do it, guys. So next up, I actually tried him in the Spider's Den, and the only way I managed to make him work was basically using my normal champions, because in the beginning I tried to use something else. So the theory behind this is Skullsworn is going to be targeted by the Spiderlings. Skullsworn is going to be around 27,000 health, and that's where he is right now. So what I would use, say, I would want to try something like a Tyrell, an Apothecary, maybe Armiger. The Tyrell provides Terminator reduction, Armiger provides Terminator reduction. Say we don't have a Cold Heart. We don't have a Cold Heart. How can we beat Spider 20? Can this new lizard help us beat Spider 20? You'll see. We'll be able to revive Skullsworn, but the problem is they do not provide something else for the spider. The decreased attack is there. It helps, but they don't have a way to reduce Terminator. I don't have them with Evil Eye, and even if I did, Evil Eye would only be for the first hit on the spider, and it wouldn't be a consistent way to decrease Terminator, so that would actually be not a good way. So we see here the Skullsworn getting revived. It works. It works just fine. Skullsworn actually even applies counterattack buff on himself. That makes him go hit back on the Spiderlings and try to regain his health. He does not regain it very much because he does not do AoE, but it's still fine because we actually can revive him every time my Skull-Lord takes a turn. So we're trying, guys. We're trying here with the spider. We're gonna revive Skullsworn right now. There we go. See, the spider is gonna take a turn anytime now. Hopefully, maybe we can get a Terminator reduction, maybe with Tyrell or Armiger. Armiger is gonna do it, but still the spider is too much in. Maybe if I use 3 Armigers and this combo, but I mean, guys, maybe I'll try it in another video. Okay, I'll get my Armigers together. The problem here with this kind of setup is my Armigers, my other 3 Armigers are level 50. So I would use 3 of them, my level 60 and 2 level 50s. Maybe that will work, guys. Maybe that will work. But again, I would need to make their health go a bit higher. So we see that the spider took turn. This is going to take ages. It actually works if I use my normal kind of team. I use my Venus, I use my Cold Heart, I use my Royal Guard. But that's not a feasible team for a new player. So no new player is going to have Venus, Cold Heart, Royal Guard. This is not possible. They won't have endgame gear. And yeah, the lizard is not gonna help them clear the spider 20, even if they had these 3 extra champions. I mean, he does not make a difference. You can use other time. You can use Paragon, Renegade, and this kind of setup, and they will do an even better job actually. So where is Skull Lord gonna be useful? He's gonna be useful for the faction wars. Are faction wars your point where you need to focus right now? No, it's not, especially if you're a new player. You shouldn't focus on faction wars. You should focus on everything else. You should farm the faction wars, but not focus on them and not do anything else. So yeah, see here, we're gonna clear this, and that's only because of Venus, her kit, Cold Heart, because she's very good gear. She's got lots of speed, like 220 speed, very good damage. My Royal Guard, the same thing. The other 2 are just extras. I could have used anything else to level them up actually. Anything that could tank the spiderlings, I could use here, and this would still kill the spider. So this is not Skull Lords and Skull Sworns area that they shine in. The faction wars probably. I don't have it activated right now, so when it's active, I'll probably do a video and showcase them in there. They probably have some use, be useful in there. But yeah, the spider is gonna be down in 1 minute 30. Yeah, and it's all because of the HP burn. So where else can he be useful? I mean, maybe the ice golems. Okay, let's try out the Fire Knight. The Fire Knight is supposed to be where he is gonna definitely shine. He does not have a weak affinity in there, so we're gonna use the Skull Lord. And where's Skull Sworn? So let's go in with my normal team. Var'Gall and Soulbone are gonna do the damage. We're gonna get through the waves because of them. The other 2, the lizards, are not gonna help with the waves. Definitely they will not help with the waves. I know so because they have very low amount of damage. They'll just apply the decreased attack. Maybe Skull Sworn would do a bit of damage here and there, but he won't be the one that's gonna help me clear the waves. It's gonna be just my Var'Gall. Look at Var'Gall right now. Let's say it even takes you twice as long to get through the waves with your normal team, and you do have Skull Lord and Skull Sworn. What are they gonna do at the boss? Are they gonna be useful? We'll see. I have never tried this before, so I can't say from now what's gonna happen. Good thing here I have Arbiter, so she's gonna revive something if it dies, like my Var'Gall or Soulbone. Soulbone has a turn meter reduction, so we're good there. Var'Gall has one from her evil eye, but that's it. She's there for doing a bit of damage on the boss and getting through the waves. So we need Arbiter here to revive my Var'Gall so we can get through the waves. Eventually, there we go, decrease attack. Although I would like to say I like the animations of Skull Lord. It reminds me of a comic book. Can't remember the name. I think it's Spawn. If you guys know it, if you guys are the same age as me, you probably know it. Maybe. I don't know. So yeah, that skill that he does reminds me of that comic book. But we're getting through 1 minute 20. We're gonna reach the boss, okay? He does a bit more damage here. He does like 4,000 crits, but I mean, it's 4,000. It's not. It's very low amount of damage. Very low amount of damage, and it's a fusion. It's a legendary fusion. I spent so many resources. I'll tell you at the end how much I spent and if it's worth it or not. So we're at the boss. Finally at the boss. Is he gonna be worth it? Should you level him up? It's day 2 of the fusion. Probably you're going through this. If you're free to play, you probably collected a few Skull Sworns so far. So there we go, decreasing the turn meter. We don't have any other one that decreases turn meter, so the boss is gonna take a turn. So that's where we're gonna see the usefulness of both Skull Sworn and Skull Lord. Skullsworn does about 7,000 on the boss. Not much. And can we apply defense down at least with Var'Gall? Yeah, the boss is gonna take a turn now. We didn't manage to apply the healing reduction, so Skull Lord actually can apply a healing reduction on the boss. See there, we got 4 hits on the boss. So if it actually procs, Skull Lord will actually do the hits while he's going there. So he's not gonna go back and then come back again to do his A1. See, my team actually wiped there, so let's see. We got 2 hits there. Yeah, maybe with a counterattack team they could do way more, but I mean, yeah, if you do have counterattack, you already can farm Fire Knight 20 with ease, in my opinion, and you shouldn't have a problem in there. But yeah, this is gonna take much longer. I don't have... Yeah, I spent so many resources, guys, so you don't. Overall, I'm very disappointed with this fusion. I expected his stats to be... his stats are high. I expected his multipliers to be much better. So what that means is, because he's got good multipliers, his damaging would be much higher, and that's where I think Plarium needs to fix him, needs to give him a bit more damage, so he has more utility. If you can at least do Nightmare Campaign with him, I would be happy, but for now he's just gonna sit there where you see him. The same thing with Skullsworn. Maybe I'll use him to do a showcase, probably for a much newer account, but yeah, he's not worth it. There's very niche cases that you're gonna use Skullsworn. Overall, guys, I spent close to 3,000 gems in total to farm all the Skullsworns, about 13 Skullsworns. Not about, yeah, 13 Skullsworns. I already had 1 Drake. I already had many of the potions, so I didn't take those into consideration. So maybe all the potions together, if you don't have them, 4,000 gems. 4,000 gems, guys. You can level up a team's masteries through the Minotaur. You can take them to 60. I mean, 4,000 gems, you can do so many stuff in the game. It's about $100 worth of gems. Skull Lord is not worth it. Do not go for this fusion. Go for something else. As a content creator, I have to go for this in order to for me to showcase at least my subscribers to the channel. If you're not one, subscribe, guys. So, guys, do not go for this champion. If you do think there's a possible team for me to try before you actually go for this fusion, just leave it down in the comments. I'll try it for you guys, because I already have him maxed. His skills are not maxed. I'm not gonna max them. I'm not gonna waste legendary books on him. But yeah, I have everything maxed. I can try things out. I can reset his masteries. If it's gonna be a good video, I'll try it, whatever. So guys, don't go for the fusion. It's a big mistake. One that I did, but I did it for, you know, the content. Like, I level up so many heroes just to make YouTube videos. I don't mind. It's good content, and I also get some resources from Plarium to help me out. Nothing much, but I also spend my own money. So considering that, leave a like down below. Comment if you're going for the fusion either way, because you don't care, you're a collector or something. So thanks a lot, guys, for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya, guys.